Good morning. How are you doing today? I just woke up about an hour ago. That was a rough and long night. But, yeah, slept on the floor for reasons, but at least I did get like 6 or 7 hours of sleep, so that was good. So what I'm drawing today is a character from the second D&D game I've ever played, which recently just started back up, which I'm very, very excited about. His name is Daimi Crimpus. He is a half-elf barbarian wizard. Yeah, he's dual classing up in here. And it's pretty awesome. I love him so much. Anyway. So yeah, he's like probably the best or like my favorite D&D character that I've ever made thus far. I think because the story went on for such a long time, which at the time that it initially ended, I think it was like 7 months, and like the adventure was vast. And I don't know, for some reason I just really connect with this character. I really relate to him. I really feel like I understand him, because he has this whole backstory with being a street rat basically, and like there's a ton of stuff to it, and I feel like I know, like, I've spent enough time playing as him and spent enough time thinking about how he would think that I just feel very comfortable when I'm playing him. Even though, like, in a lot of points in the story or, like, in playing him, he'll be very nervous or just emotionally wrecked. Like in the first session of when we went back to this campaign. It's basically season 2. That's just sort of what it's called. So basically, episode 1 of season 2, I'm just gonna call it that. He was crying a lot because he rolled such a low roll at a funeral. So, yeah, they were like mourning the people that they lost in the finale of the first season, and Daimi didn't really know anyone there except for one person, so he was just like, I think I rolled a 4 for like perception on noticing something that was happening at the funeral, and since it was such a low number, the DM, Trevor, Studio Bunny, says like, yeah, Daimi's just crying, and I'm like, oh my gosh, Daimi, I had no idea. So I just roleplayed him very distressed and crying a lot in that whole campaign session, honestly. Like, he cried a lot at the funeral, and then later on, he cried a lot when someone was talking to him and praising him. It's like, oh, your mom would be proud and all that. And he was just like, crying, Oh, it's so good. And then later, they show, since, the finale of the first season was like this big event, some of the characters were showing them a gift for him and his friends, and he like, I was like, when I was playing, I was like, Daimi really didn't want to cry again, but I guess it's what's happening. Oh, and another thing that was like happening in that session was like, the person earlier who Daimi started crying from being complimented by, like, offered him a handkerchief, and he was like, no, it's fine. And then, later on, when he was given the gift, and cried again, another different person was, like, offered a handkerchief, and he's like, no, it's fine. And he, like, even tried really hard to, like, wipe his face off and give a thumbs up, but it was, like, obvious he was still distressed. Oh, that session was so good. I'm so happy to be playing this character again. It's so much fun. He's a pretty silly character, so I've had a lot of fun playing him. Like, there are some characters in D&D where I've played them, and because they're not, I don't know, they don't act a certain way, I don't have as much fun playing them. I mean, I still have fun playing all the characters, of course. Like, there's a different character who I play named Isla, and you guys might, listen to that one day. I mean, who knows? We'll see. But anyway, I play as her, and she's very, very serious and deadpan and all that, and just very stoic. So there's, like, not a lot of instances where, I guess, quote-unquote, fun can be had, but I have a lot of fun just kind of being, I don't know, impatient with all the people she's stuck with. And then there's, like, this thing that she does when she's, like, annoyed or angry that is just really funny. And if you are in that campaign, you probably know what I'm talking about. But I'm not gonna give it away now because there's a possibility for things to come of it, so yeah. Let's see, another character that I have fun playing because I love him, but I don't have as much fun playing as I do with Daimi, because Daimi's just so silly, and like, I don't know, he's just, like, I don't know how to explain it. He's just a lot of fun. But, like, another character I play, his name is Halen. Yeah, he's pretty serious as well. I'd say not as angry as Isla, but he's just generally pretty serious. I don't know, like, he's a lot of fun to play too. Just because I love him. He has a sort of pride to him, where he's very serious and stoic most of the time, but, like, if someone in the party is trying to show off, or, like, is, like, being cool or something, he kind of wants to one-up them. Like, there was one session where he and the party had to... Well, there was one arc where he and the party had to protect this person as they went from one town to another, and this person was, like, a really skilled monk, and, you know, he's a monk too, so this person, like, jumped over a giant cavern when everyone else, like, tried very hard to walk across the rickety bridge. And Halen was just like, he was so, like, miffed that someone was, like, being cool. So in the game, I let everyone else go across first. Almost everyone else, I think. There was, like, one other person. I let them walk across the bridge, and then I just had Halen jump across, and I even, like, since I managed to roll well, I managed to have my character jump further than what the NPC person who had to be escorted to the different towns did. So, like, he, like, jumped over and, like, in front of her, and, like, I don't know. That's, like, one of the funnier things, I think, that just, about him. Just, like, if someone's showing off, he wants to show off more. But, like, he's so serious all the time that it's, like, it's kind of really silly. I don't know what it is, just because I think the pettiness of it is what is really funny to me. So yeah, that's just, I don't know. He's a lot of fun to play otherwise too, because, yeah, just recently, like yesterday, we played another session with Halen, and he was like, they had to go to a crime scene, and he had history with seeing terrible things, like, of such of the things at the crime scene. So, like, I don't know, it was really fun to show sort of his weakness. He was, like, having trouble not freaking out when he saw all the blood and everything. Which, I mean, is, you know, pretty normal, but, like, the contrast was the other person with him in the room investigating the crime scene. She was like, it was like no big deal. She wasn't very affected by it, and so I don't know. I really liked that session. That was really good. And then, of course, I'm recording this on Friday afternoon, so actually we planned another session for this evening, and I don't know what's going to happen in it, but I hope we find out what is going on in that arc. I hope we, like, find more clues or stop throwing up because they went into the sewers, and, like, we had to do constitution saving throws real quick to see whether we throw up or not, and all of us failed at least once in that whole session. All of us threw up at least once. Oh my gosh. And because we were going into a place that really stank, we went to a shop, and there were, like, certain masks on sale, and you know those plague masks that are, like, they look like birds and they have herbs in the tip of the bird beak thing? There were those on sale. There was decorative masks for the festival that was happening, and then there were, like, medical masks. So most of us bought a medical mask, but, like, the first time we went to that shop, one of, like, the most innocent and pure characters bought the creepy mask, the plague mask. And, like, we had just recently learned that this cute and innocent character also knows, like, some sort of demon language, so everyone, like, in that whole session just was having a good time, just laughing about how it's like, Samai, I thought you were so pure and innocent, but no. You know the infernal language, and you're buying this creepy mask. That was so funny. And she's, I think she's halfling too, so, like, immediately when she got the mask, I just pictured it, like, almost touching the ground because she was so short. Like, the point, you know, touching the ground almost. That was a funny visual. There was another point where some of the characters had to buy masks again because their masks got ruined, because some of the people accidentally threw up in their mask because of the horrible smells, so they ruined their mask and had to get a new one. And so a different one of the characters went back to that shop and bought a plague mask, even though they really didn't want that mask. It had herbs in it, so it smelled better. So the character went and bought that, and then we went back to the slums where we had to patrol. And that same character who didn't want to buy the plague mask, but did it for the smell of the herbs, went up to a homeless person and started asking about, like, information on the case. And it wasn't, like, clear at the start of the conversation, but that character went to the homeless person to talk. And I just, like, burst out laughing, and I was like, she's wearing the mask! It was so funny, and then... So the DM, aka Trevor, went with that and was like having the homeless man freak out over the person with the plague mask. It was so funny. It was so funny. That was such a good session. Gosh, I talked a lot about D&D today. I hope you don't mind, but like that's basically all I've been doing lately. Like, I've been going through a pretty rough time with Jane Unshaken. Like, a few weeks ago, it's been weeks now where I haven't worked on the episode, and I hope you don't mind that I haven't been, because, like, I had to stop. I had to give myself a break. It was, like, really wearing me down, so it's been nice having like 3 or 4 weeks now where I didn't have to work and worry on Jane Unshaken. It's like, I know you guys are waiting for the episode, but at the same time, I don't know. I don't want to be miserable, you know? So, I haven't been working on it, but I will finish it, obviously. It's almost done, so... So, in making this video, of course, again, the character is named Daimi. Let me know which outfit that you like the most. Currently, the second outfit in this lineup is the one that he's wearing in campaign. He picked it out all by himself. The other ones he didn't pick out, but the second one in the row, he picked it out all by himself, so he's been wearing that. But yeah, let me know which one of these that you like better. I mean, sort of the first 3, because number 4 doesn't really count. It's like his formal wear that he's not very comfortable / confident in. He just feels very fake when he wears fancy things. He's getting used to it, obviously, because as you can see from the first 3 outfits, they look pretty nice. And, like, especially compared to his first outfit that he had, because he was just in a lot of dirty clothes when the campaign first started up. But now that he has more money and he has a job and everything, he's able to afford stuff and other reasons for why he has those clothing. But yeah, so number 4, it's less that he doesn't like it, it's just more that he feels like he's lying to people. Which is, I don't know, I guess it's strange, but like, he just feels like, it's like, I don't really know what I'm doing at this fancy ball, I'm not really a person who knows how these kinds of fancy parties work. Just that kind of feeling that he has in outfit number 4. So like, discluding that outfit, which of the first 3 outfits do you like the best? I don't really have a favorite. I like them all for different reasons. But, yeah, let me know what you think. We seem to be coming to a close now in this Draw and Talk episode. I really appreciate that you watch these episodes that I put out every week. It's very comforting to know that there are people out there who, care about what I do and like listening and all that. So just remember that you are special to me. And have a very lovely day. Goodbye.